Don't miss TCG best place for Pokemon trading card game. You can find singles for standard, legacy, or expanded format, sealed products like booster box, teams, team decks. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCG Castle. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at Night March standard deck with the latest Fescolade set that has been released. So we have few new cards in this deck, so let's just take a look on them. The first one is a Mew with the Memories of Down. So it has the ability that it can copy all of your basic Pokemons in play. It can copy all basic Pokemon in play you have attacks, but you need to have a necessary energy cost. And yeah, pretty much that's all. You just want to use this ability so you can use DC and attack for Night March even with the Joltik or with the Pumpkaboo with the Dimension Valley, or you can even copy your Jirachi Stardust attack for 1 energy, or just Night March for 1 single energy that I include with this version of the deck. So I really like it. It's definitely cool, to be honest. Especially because you can have in your discard pile like 10 Night Marches without worrying about losing your attacker, or even 11, and with a Fighting Fury belt you have like 230 damage chance to knock out pretty much everything in play, even those Mega EXs. The second card that is new in this deck is a N. So we have N reprinted in this set, and that's pretty much the 2 new cards that I include in this deck. So each player shuffle his or her hand into the deck, then each player draw a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. And yeah, that's pretty much all. I mean, N is just broken. I don't think you need to have more than 1 copy of N in your deck, in my opinion. But yeah, looking to other cards, we have Jirachi with the Stardust. It's definitely good to counter those mirror matches, but also to counter those annoying Seismitoad Giratina decks, and also ways between Wild Plume decks, because you can copy with the Stardust your opponent attack. I mean, you can copy with the Mew Stardust attack and just discard your opponent's special energy from play. And when you do that, you can just prevent all effects of attack, including damage done to that Pokemon during your next turn, which is definitely good. And with Xerosic, for example, you can discard 2 special energies per turn, which is amazing. So let's take a look on the other cards we have in this deck. So 3 copies of Shaymin-EX for the setup. I find that 3 is a sweet spot. Of course, 4 copies of Joltik Pumpkaboo and a Lampent, 1 copy of Jirachi, with 2 copies of Mew. Moving on to item cards, I have 4 copies of Battle Compressors. Search your deck for up to 3 cards, discard them, shuffle your deck afterward. 4 copies of Puzzle of Time. Trust me, you need to have 4 copies of Puzzle of Time in the Night March deck. It's just way too good. If you play 2 cards, you can put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand, so definitely good. For example, if your opponent just knock it out you, and you can play, for example, Teammates or Xerosic for Teammates, you can grab 2 copies of Puzzle of Times. If you don't have 2 cards you're looking in your deck, you can grab them from the discard file. For example, Startling Megaphone, also really like this card. I mean, it's definitely good because when your opponent have those Fighting Fury belts attached on Pokemons in play, for example, EX can have 210 or 220 HP, and sometimes it's hard to knock them out turn 1. But if you can find Startling Megaphone, you can do a pretty good job. Target Whistle, also good card, definitely to snipe those Shaymins once you knock them out. 4 copies of Trainers Mail, 4 copies of Ultra Balls, and a Versus Seeker. So those 3 cards need to be as a 4 copies, same as a Battle Compressor and Trainers Mails. When we're looking on the supported cards, I have 7 different supported cards, and I have 10 supported cards in total. So 1 copy of AZ, definitely good. What if you're stuck in the front with the Shaymin? Well, sometimes it can happen. Since I only have one Float Stone, some people play 2 copies of Float Stone, some people play Float Stone and Escape Rope. I just don't want to play too many different item cards. Well, definitely it's good to have Escape Rope or Float Stone, but sometimes you just want to have ability to remove something from play. Especially in the mirror matches where you can exchange prize for prize or one prize for 2 prizes. Trust me, AZ is good to have in your deck because you can just remove Shaymin from play, and in that case you can just lose 1 prize instead of the 2. Hex Maniac definitely good against those Crobats, Golbats, even the Lakazams. Well, right now the Lakazam EX would be definitely popular, and Hex Maniac is need to have. But also it can be good against those Wild West Queen matchups. 1 copy of Lysandre, as I mentioned earlier, copy of N, 4 copies of Sycamore, discard hand, draft 7, Teammates, 1 copy of Teammates. You can play it only if your opponent knocked out your Pokemon last turn. Search your deck for 2 cards, put them into your hand without showing them to your opponent. I really like it. 1 copy of Xerosic. Choose a tool or special energy attached to 1 Pokemon play discarded. 3 copies of Dimension Valley we have in this deck, and yeah, only 1 copy of Fighting Fury Belt, 1 Float Stone for the free retreat, 5 energies. So some people play only 4 double Colorless. The reason why I decided to play 4 double Colorless and 1 Psychic Energies is because of that possibility to special energy lock. For example, Giratina EX special energy lock you, or for example, that new Barbaclade, I think, from the Fate Scalade, water Pokemon with 100 HP. Its ability says that you cannot play any special energy from your hand during your next turn, and that's the reason why I have that 1 copy of Psychic Energy in this deck. So yeah, I hope you like it. You can also visit TCGcastle.com for any of these cards if you're looking for them. So definitely visit TCGcastle.com if you would like to buy any of these cards. So let's move to the deck testing, so you can actually see how this deck will work with the latest Fescalade cards in the site. Okay, so let's see how this deck will work now when we have N in the format, and also Mew that can copy Night March for only 1 energy. And okay, so good sign. I see that my opponent play Mega Mewtwo, so I know how to build a strategy against it. Okay, so starting in the front with Mew is always good. I'm gonna start first, so probably I just want to avoid that my Mew can be knocked out turn 1 with the Shatter Shot from the Mewtwo. So I think that the better option is just to go in the front with a Joltik. So yeah, as you can see, Shatter Shot with 1 energy times weakness is a knockout without any problem. So let's take a look with the Trainers Mail what we can find. Oh, there's a Battle Compressor, so definitely we'll take a Battle Compressor because I have 2 Versus Seeker in my opening hand. And I'm thinking like, well, maybe I can discard 2 of my Lampents maybe, and well, well, just don't want to take a risk. We'll discard 1 Sycamore just in case I don't get anything with Shaymin after the setup. So we'll also keep 1 of my Puzzle of Times in my hand, just in case if I can find another Puzzle of Time, so I can just grab back Battle Compressor, which is always good. No sign of the Puzzle of Time, but there's 2 Trainers Mails. I guess I can grab Ultra Ball. And let me see what I can find with a second Trainers Mail. Second Trainers Mail, I guess I can grab Teammates. I mean, I can play Ultra Ball for Teammates and a Pumpkaboo, and it can be actually fail to search. Oh, but I can take Jirachi definitely. Way better than fail to search because I can copy it attack with the Mew. So let's see for the setup for 4 more additional cards. Can I find another puzzle? Yes, there is another Puzzle of Time. So let me take Battle Compressor and a Trainer's Mail in my hand. So I can actually discard a few more Night Marchers after I do that. So actually let's, oh, not a Pumpkaboos. I need to discard 2 Lampents, and I guess I can also discard Lysandre. Why not? I mean, who knows? Maybe I will need Lysandre for next turn. So let me count the Night March attackers. I have 6, so that's 120 with Mew. It's enough for the knockout. Do I want to play Dimension Valley? I guess I do want to play Dimension Valley, but let's just play. Oh, there's one more Battle Compressor, so let me see what I can do with the Battle Compressor. Guess I can discard a few more Night Marchers. Let's just remove one more Pumpkaboo. Joltik, don't want to discard Joltik, so let's just go straight ahead with 2 Pumpkaboos and 1 Xerosic. So I just want to get rid of all of my supporters that I don't need. And I guess I can actually do even one more Ultra Ball for one more Joltik, so I can bench down that Joltik. Just because I can use next turn Night March with the Mew, and right now I can just go with a Sycamore. Alright, so let's go with a fresh hand of 7. No sign of the energy card, but luckily I have 3 DC in my discard pile, so I can get them next turn. But I think I'm okay for now. I will just pass my turn. I have 12 cards left, but I have like 9 Night Marchers, so even without Mew, I can one-hit knockout one of my opponent Mewtwo EX in play. Oh, luckily he just judged me down to the 4, which means that perfect. I get everything that I was need. So actually, I get the energy card, so I can just one-hit knockout even with 1 energy. Oh, I can't. I actually don't have Dimension Valley in play, so I need to be very cautious about that. All right, so the game plan definitely will be next turn. I would assume to game in the front with the Joltik. I guess I need to be very, very, very cautious. To be honest, I will go in the front with the Mew, because if I lose Joltik, I will not be able to attack. I don't have any Night Marcher left, so I need to get one of these Night Marchers from my discard pile or from my prize cards. So there's another setup for my opponent for 5, so he actually have 3 Mewtwo's in play. 1 Hoopa and Shaymin, so it really just doesn't matter. I mean, I can one-hit knockout pretty much everything right now because I have like 9 Night Marchers in my discard pile. So maybe I do a little mistake by discarding all of my Pumpkaboos. But it all depends if my opponent can find the energy card. But to be honest, I do a little misplay because I actually didn't try to search my deck for a Fighting Fury Belt, so that's the reason why I lost my Jolting. But never mind, if I can find Versus Seeker, which I was not able for now to find, with the Versus Seeker I can actually play the Teammates and grab any 2 cards that I really want from my deck. So no sign of the Teammates, but let's just see what do we have with the Battle Compressor left. I have 2 Versus Seeker, 2 Puzzle of Times. I do have Sycamore. I really don't need Sycamore, and I guess I don't need Target Whistle, so that's the 2 cards that I actually don't want to see. Let me see. I can definitely play Startling Megaphone, that's for sure, and before I take the knockout, I can grab Versus Seeker for next turn, definitely. So let's just go straight ahead with the Night March, and that will be like 400 damage to that Mewtwo EX. First 2 prizes is Sycamore and Joltik. So okay, I'm fine. I find another Night Marcher, which means that that's definitely good, because even if he tried to evolve into Mega Mewtwo, I can hit for 200. So the only card that I will looking for will probably be a Fighting Fury Belt, but I don't have Fighting Fury Belt. So in that case, I can't knock out Mewtwo, but luckily he decided to go with Lysandre instead of my Mew. He knocked it out. Luckily I have Joltik in my hand, but even if I don't have Joltik in my hand, I would be actually able to knock him out because I have Versus Seeker for Teammates, and I can just easily grab 2 Puzzle of Times with the Teammates for few more Night Marchers, but let's just keep going on, I guess. Or I think it's time to play. It's time to play right now, teammates. Let me just grab. Let me just grab 2 Puzzle of Times so I can play them for another Mew, I guess. Put 2 copies. Let me just grab, I don't know, 1 Joltik, and do I have Mew in my deck? No, I don't have, so I guess I can just go with maybe Lysandre, or maybe just, let's just go with 1 more Joltik. I think that would be okay. I mean, I can also hit for like 180 with Mew even without Joltik, but just to be 100% sure I can take the win next turn. I mean, I totally forgot that I can even grab Lysandre for that Shaymin, but I still have Versus Seeker in my deck, but even without Versus Seeker, he can't do too much. Even if he can evolve into Mega Mewtwo, which can actually happen, I can always play Sycamore and just finish the game with my last Joltik that I have on my bench. So definitely Night March. It's really broken deck. It was really broken before Mew and before Amp, but even now it's even more broken. Okay, so I just find a Versus Seeker, which will lead me to another teammates. And after I lost this Mew, I can actually grab. Oh, but what gonna happen with 210 HP? Do I want to go with a Mew, or I just want to go with? Do I want to go with? The question right now is with teammates or just straight ahead with the Sycamore. If I go with the Sycamore, I will just run out of my cards, and I don't have. Oh, but luckily I have Versus Seeker. I totally forget. I can just go for a Lysandre. I top deck DC, and yeah, I can just knock out Shaymin for the victory. So, wow, that was just easy. I mean, Mega Mewtwo is pretty good and solid deck, but this Night March just beat it without any single problem. So let's take one more game. So maybe we can find a mirror match or item lock. Alright, so let's go first again. Let's see what we can find. I mean, going first with the Night March is always good, because if you take the knockout turn 1 and, for example, you have teammates in your discard pile, you can go with the turn 2 with any 2 cards that you actually want to take in your hand. So I really like that, to be honest. Alright, so I start with the Pumpkaboo in the front. Let's see. But I don't have a promising hand. I hope I can top deck something good. And I just top deck actually pretty good card. So I guess I will just attach the energy card. I mean, I just don't want to lose my energy card. Ultra Ball Battle Compressor. Let's just first go with the first Battle Compressor for those Lampents, if I have them. So 3 Lampents, they're pretty much useless in the deck. You don't want to have them in your deck. Ultra Ball for Hex Maniac and Lampent. Guess for the Shaymin. So I can set up a little bit more. Let me see what I can find with the Trainers Mail before I go with the setup. Oh, really nice. Trainers Mail for another Battle Compressor. So that's actually pretty good. Let's just attach that Battle Compressor. So let me see what I can discard more. I guess I can go with something like this. I actually need that, teammates, but I don't think that my opponent will actually be able at some point to knock out me turn 1, especially with the Fennekin. Is it Fennekin? Yes, it is. Fennekin, Chikorita, and Pikachu, I think. No, just the Fennekin and Chikorita. Let me see, can I do anything else? No, I will just pass turn for now. I mean, I'm okay for now, to be honest. Have 6 Night Marches, that's 120. I have teammates just in case he knocked me out somehow, turn 1. That's good, because I have Versus Seeker and I can grab that teammates. Flip a coin in case the defending Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. Okay, so that sucks, I guess. Let's see, there's an Ultra Ball for 2 fire energies. It's probably Delphox Break. I'm just wondering how Delphox Break will work. I still didn't make a Delphox Break deck, but I will actually made it in the future. So let's just see. There's Ultra Ball and a Battle Compressor. So Ultra Ball for 2 cards. I mean, if you play Blacksmith, you can easily accelerate your Pokemon without any problem. But the crucial thing right now would be for my opponent that coin flip heads. If he can find heads on the coin flip, he's in a good position. There's Bridget, Wally, and Lysandre. So I would assume that he would maybe go with the Versus Seeker for a Bridget, so he can bench down 3 more Fennekeys. That's actually a good start in my opinion. But let's see what else he play. Maybe some kind of the Remoraid for acceleration, for drop support or something like that. Oh, there's a Shaymin, so he actually gets Shaymin for setup. I guess that's easy to price for me, but let's just see. It's all on that coin flip right now, and it was the tail, so I guess I will be able to take first prize in the game. Let me see. Do I want to go with... Well, to be honest, I don't know if I want to waste any of my cards right now. I mean, I can always go with the Versus Seeker for something like Shaymin for 2 prizes, but in that case, I guess I'm just gonna lose too much. I'm still thinking... Well, let's just go straight ahead with the Night March. I will just keep my Versus Seeker in my hand in case I take the knockout next turn, so I can play Teammates. I can always knock out Shaymin in the late game, so I can finish game for the 2 prizes. Don't need to rush too much. So let's just see what he can find. So there's another Fennekin and a rare candy, so this will be a Delphox. Alright, so 40 for 1 energy card, and your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep. Oh, that's fair enough. That's actually fair enough. To be honest, I would definitely try to take 1 Delphox who can actually allow you to draw cards until you have 6. I think that's the Delphox from the X and Y. Not sure why he don't have them. Maybe he have one of these. The second attack, Psystorm. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play. Well, that's straight. That's pretty good attack. Oh, there's a Blacksmith, so I will actually get a knockout, I guess, or maybe not. I mean, that's only 60 right now. So, oh. 120, how? 20? This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon. Ah, all Pokemon in play. Okay, I totally misinterpreted that. Alright, going in the front with a Mew. I have 7 Night Marches, which is actually enough to take the knockout in that Delphox. Put 2 copies of any cards from your discard pile back into your hand. So let me see, I can grab DC and I can actually go without burning my Versus Seeker for 1 copy of Teammates, which is always good. Let's just go with the Teammates. Let me see what I can get. I can get, for example, 1 Mew for the next turn, and do I want to have DC for next turn? I guess I just want to have a double Colorless for next turn. And I'm okay. I mean, I can hit for 140 right now, take the prize. It's pretty much okay. I mean, I still need to take 4 prizes, but my opponent is without energy cards. I mean, he can always exchange 1 prize for 1 prize, but he have 2 Shayms on his bench, and to be honest, that's not good for him, because that's not good for him, especially right now. I mean, he can sleep me. If he can heads on that coin flip and I will sleep, that can actually be the problem, but I will try to knock out Shaymin next turn, actually. So going for that Shaymin with the Versus Seeker, if I will not be asleep, I think it will be a smart option. There's another Ultra Ball. Probably for another Delphox. Oh, so he actually had 1 Delphox from X and Y who actually allows him to draw cards until he has 6. There's another rare candy. So how many rare candies? He already played 3 rare candies, which means that he have maybe probably 1 more rare candy left in his deck. But he should probably try to attack with the Flame Screen and maybe Muscle Band if he play with the Entei. Entei definitely good against Night March because he can just reduce the damage done for the 20 and he actually decide to go into Delphos Break. Alright, once during your turn, you might search your deck for Fire Energy and attach to one of your Pokemon in play. Alright, so he decided to go for a Delphox. This will be a knockout again. Alright, Delphox is 180 HP. Wow, that's a lot of HP. What do I need? I have 4, 5, 6, 7 Night Marchers. 7 Night Marcher. That's 140. I need 2 more in my discard pile. Oh, and look what I top deck. I top deck Battle Compressor. With the Battle Compressor, I can actually go for 2 more Joltiks. But do I actually want to go with the 2 Joltiks? That's the good question. Well, let's just go with the 2 Joltiks. And I think I will take the risk right now by grabbing Lysandre, and with the Lysandre I can actually knock out that Shaymin. But let me see how many energy cards do I have left. Many of them, so let's just go with the Night March for the knockout, and next turn if I can find Versus Seeker I can just take a knockout on the other Shaymin. But in order to do that I will need 1 more double Colorless energy. So I actually find a Versus Seeker, which is fair. But will I be able to find double Colorless energy? Well, that's a good question. I mean, I have Float Stone, I have Puzzle of Time, I have Pumpkaboo, and I have Shaymin for the setup. So there's a lot of possibility that I can find something that I need. Okay, so I'm actually looking for double Colorless energy to finish this game. Even finding that Puzzle of Time. Even a Puzzle of Time or a double Colorless energy will lead me to victory if my opponent cannot scoop up his Shaymin from play. So let's just see what he can do. Oh, so he actually decided to end me down to the 2 cards. Oh boy, so who would expect that? I totally... Well, I get N back and Puzzle of Time. Let's just see what I can find else. I mean, I can always go with the M. It will depend on what I can top deck. I will just promote Joltik in front, that's for sure. So I'm looking for Trainers Mail. Oh, what a nice top deck. Trainers Mail for Ultra Ball. I mean, with Ultra Ball, I can Ultra Ball for Shaymin, that's for sure. So that will be 6 cards. But all I really need is Versus Seeker and... Yeah, I have Versus Seeker, I have 2 double Colorless energies, so I have good chance to get what I'm looking for. So let's go with the Shaymin for the setup. I mean, I still have 1 more Shaymin if I'm not wrong in my deck, so let's just see. There's 1 more Shaymin, there's a Versus Seeker for Lysandre, and I just got a double Colorless energy, so this will be a GG. So this will be the GG because that Shaymin will give me 2 more prizes, and I actually managed to win this game. So I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So this Night March is definitely broke deck. So once again, there's the full deck list. If you are interested to see it, I have 4 double Colorless energies and 1 psychic energy that you can actually not see right now. But anyway, don't forget to like this video, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe to my channel for more future videos. The most important thing, if you're looking for any of these cards, visit tcgcastle.com. You can find the link in the video description. By typing TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase, so don't miss that. And yeah, pretty much that's all. Until the next time, have a nice day. Let me know what you think about this deck list, and see you in the next video. So, bye.